Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Main Event Insider, your #1 WWE hub. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's dive in. For weeks, WWE had something rare on its hands, a storyline that felt fresh, organic, and genuinely character-driven. Logan Paul and CM Punk didn't look like a pair that would ever click, but somehow they did. Their awkward respect, their shared competitive drive, and their slow shift from reluctant teammates to believable allies became one of the most engaging WWE arcs of 2025. And just when that foundation was solidifying into something meaningful, WWE blew it all up with a predictable betrayal that felt rushed, uninspired, and creatively hollow. Fans didn't groan because the turn was shocking. They groaned because they saw it coming a mile away and hoped the company would be smarter than this. Instead, WWE proved once again that long-term storytelling is often sacrificed for short-term buzz. What made the Punk-Logan partnership special? The magic of the Punk-Logan pairing came from how unexpectedly sincere it was. Punk was the grizzled veteran, guarded and skeptical. Logan was the hungry newcomer desperate to prove he belonged. The tension between them was never overplayed. It simmered quietly as each tested the other's sincerity. When they teamed together and delivered that excellent tag match 2 weeks ago, it felt like a breakthrough. Punk's ring generalship blended perfectly with Logan's athletic execution commentary, framed it as a partnership built on mutual respect. Social media loved it. Hardcore fans admitted Logan was earning their respect. Logan's fans gained new appreciation for Punk's legacy. It was bridging audiences that rarely overlap. It felt real, unforced, and full of long-term potential. That's what makes the eventual turn so frustrating. The deeper the connection, the more meaningful the evolution. But WWE didn't let it breathe long enough to mean anything. Why the betrayal felt lazy and telegraphed. The betrayal wasn't bad because Logan turned heel. Betrayal is a staple of wrestling. It was bad because it was executed with all the subtlety of a flashing neon sign. The backstage phone call, with Logan's suspicious expression, Punk suddenly dropping his guard despite 20 years of paranoia, Logan marching out during Punk's promo with the stiff body language of someone about to attack. It was painfully obvious WWE has forgotten how to build tension. Good betrayals are earned through time, trust, and gradual unpredictability. This one felt like someone hit fast forward on the script and skipped all the storytelling beats that give a turn emotional weight. By the time Logan hit the super kick and used brass knuckles, everyone already knew exactly what was coming. Fans weren't shocked. They were disappointed that WWE didn't let the story play out to its full potential. The story we lost. Because of this decision. Imagine the route WWE could have taken. Logan learning the psychology of wrestling from Punk, while Punk rediscovers joy in mentoring someone from a completely different world. 6 months of unlikely partnership. Tag title wins, growing chemistry, occasional disagreements that feel human, not scripted. The slow realization that their goals might eventually diverge. A mutual, respectful split, where both men understand their paths no longer align. Then, and only then, a tension-filled breakup that reflects everything they built together. That's how you tell a mature wrestling story. That's how you create emotional investment. Instead, WWE chose the quickest, cheapest version of the narrative. The betrayal wasn't just predictable, it robbed fans of a deeper story that could have been genuinely memorable. Backstage forces that changed the original plan. According to multiple internal reports, the Punk-Logan alliance was meant to run for several months. The creative team had outlined a slow burn arc where the friendship grew, challenges tested them, and both characters evolved. But the plan was allegedly vetoed by someone high within management, who felt the Vision faction needed an immediate boost after weeks of stagnation. Rather than strengthening a story that was working, WWE pivoted to a short-term patch to elevate a faction lacking identity. That's the root of fan frustration, not just the turn itself, but the sense that a promising narrative was sacrificed for politics instead of creativity. WWE didn't pivot because it made narrative sense. It pivoted because someone wanted a quick ratings pop. How the turn damages Logan Paul's character. Fans were slowly warming to Logan as a legitimate wrestler. He'd earned respect through strong matches, training commitment, and a genuine appreciation for the craft. The Punk partnership was softening the audience's perception of him, showing greater humility and emotional depth. This heel turn resets him to generic villain territory, turning a nuanced character progression into something flat and familiar. Now he's just another wrestler who betrayed someone for personal gain, the exact trope WWE recycles constantly. Instead of continuing to build credibility with hardcore fans, Logan is back to square one, relying mostly on his social media fame rather than in-ring storytelling. It's a wasted month of character development, undone in seconds. How the turn undermines CM Punk's story. CM Punk's character also suffers enormously. Punk is supposed to be the wary veteran who sees through facade and manipulation. Yet this storyline makes him appear naive, almost gullible, completely out of character for someone who built a career on cynicism and distrust. His attempt to extend respect to the new generation gets thrown back in his face, which doesn't help him evolve. It pushes him backward into the same role he's been playing since returning. Instead of growing, learning, or shifting perspective, Punk is forced into yet another revenge narrative. It's circular storytelling that adds nothing new to his character. Instead of progressing, he's stuck in a loop. Why Logan? Joining the Vision makes no sense. The Vision's supposed mission is to represent WWE's hand-picked future. The next generation built from within the company, Logan Paul, does not fit that mold. He's not homegrown talent, not a developmental graduate, and not even a full-timer. Adding him doesn't reinforce the faction's identity. It exposes the fact that the faction has no coherent identity at all. They started with one purpose, shifted when convenient, and are now just another heel group absorbing whoever fits the week-to-week script. This turn doesn't elevate the Vision or Logan. It just clutters the faction with another name without strengthening their long-term narrative. Where the story probably goes from here. The likely outcome is predictable. Logan cuts standard heel promos about using Punk. Punk responds with fiery speeches about betrayal. They face each other at an upcoming premium live event, deliver a strong match, and then move on. The friendship will barely be referenced again, and the emotional groundwork laid over the last month will vanish from continuity. It's the WWE cycle: build intrigue, abandon it, move to the next angle. The Punk-Logan dynamic could have been special. Instead, it becomes another footnote in a long line of missed opportunities. What this reveals about WWE storytelling in 2025. WWE is producing incredible wrestling, but storytelling remains its weakest link. The company focuses on viral moments rather than meaningful arcs. Relationships don't evolve naturally. They exist only to set up the next twist. Long-term planning is constantly disrupted by last-second creative changes. This Punk-Logan situation isn't an isolated misstep. It reflects a broader philosophy that undervalues patience, payoff, and character depth. Fans aren't angry because a betrayal happened. They're angry because the better story was right there, already working, and WWE didn't trust it. The bottom line: the Logan Paul betrayal of CM Punk wasn't shocking. It was predictable, rushed, and creatively shallow. It cut short a promising storyline, stalled character growth for both men, and revealed how fragile WWE's long-term planning remains. WWE had something special, something fans were connecting with, and it discarded it for a temporary jolt that will be forgotten within weeks. This could have been an example of modern wrestling storytelling done right. Instead, It became another reminder of how often WWE settles for the easiest route instead of the most rewarding one.